So the biggest news in question regarding Sonic the Hedgehog's 25th anniversary, so to speak, was the SXSW convention. A lot of stuff was basically celebrating Sonic, Yuji Naka, Takeshi Iizuka, Mike Pollard, Craig Smith, and Aaron Repper. And there's another guy there, I have no idea who he is.
The translator.
Oh, the translator, okay. Even though basically you'll say this, I didn't watch it. I had a lot of other things on my plate at the moment, as a lot of you would have suggested. So hey, I'm back making videos. We'll see how long this lasts.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't watch it. You did, Nikki. I just got the cliff notes and what was actually announced.
Yeah.
Compared to the history, and I am the walking encyclopedia.
Alright.
And I have 2 copies of the fucking encyclopedia behind me. So anyway, the first thing, quickly out of the way, Sonic Boom Fire and Night has been announced.
Officially
this time, being released on September 27th this year.
Yeah.
So, yay! We finally got another Sonic game this year that isn't a fucking mobile game.
Not that that's a bad thing, but still.
Yeah, Dash 2 wasn't bad, but I haven't touched it. I've been playing Rayman Legends a lot.
Yeah, but like I said, it's like after a while, it's like we need another console one in some form or manner.
Yeah, I'm gonna go so far without telling me, say, do you want to spend $9.99 on getting a small booster pack that lasts 2 hours? No, I don't, actually. I can put it down and wait 2 hours, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Which I do every time playing Rayman Legends when I go into a hatch a fucking egg.
Yeah, well, then again, you're in control, like the episode South Park did about mobile gaming.
Yeah, but more importantly, I guess, depending on your perspective, if you're a Boom fan, they have announced another convention, which is the 25th anniversary event at San Diego during Comic-Con.
This basically explains the cryptic numbers we've been getting through the Sonic social media. So it's pretty much been a date for something.
Yeah, 6/22/16. Apparently it was... thank you, Weather. You are such cryptic... God, you should be writing... I'm going to assume you're probably part of the writing team for the Marble Hornets Slenderman thing, because they had such cryptic clues in there, and even one of them was so cryptic no one figured it out, and even the fucking writers forgot what the answer was.
Well, alright, we'll cut to the quick chase about this whole number thing. I mean, going into this, I had a feeling that the numbers were going to be an announcement date for something. I had a feeling that, I mean, the question...
Which is not Big's Big Fishing Adventure 3.
No, I mean, then again, he's been rolling with that joke for a bit. But... again, part of me was, were you thinking that this was either going to be the date for the next game or the date for the reveal of it or something else?
I was waiting for the date for the reveal or some kind of hint, like, here's a title. At least a title of the game would have been some kind of...
yeah.
something to hold on to. Like compared to here's a leaked video or here's a leaked image of Sonic and a werehog behind him, or Sonic holding the sword, which I'll say again, one image can destroy a fucking house of cards apparently.
Yeah, I know, but then again, that was promotional stuff. That's to make you interested in something rather than go apeshit about it, but in a bad way. But that's a whole other story.
Mind you, so far, the 25th anniversary, they've been pretty fucking tight-lipped so far.
Yeah, they have been. Although, if I'm still guessing, like we did last time, I'm guessing if this is either maybe a level creating game or a sort of generation style where you can flip from 16-bit to modern day. So, I'm just
I don't think that will even work.
Well, I'm just saying
if they do a Supersonic Maker, fair enough, but you can switch it between Mega Drive, Advance, and Sonic 4. That'd be great.
Yeah, but that's what I mean in terms of that's what I'm getting from either all the promotional stuff and that we've gotten so far. So again, maybe I'm completely wrong, but that's what I'm guessing. But we'll wait and see. Okay, so Dan didn't see this, but I did. So basically, what it was a conference with, like you said, all those guys, and it was more or less something they do at Summer Sonic, in which they have a panel of guests to come on and talk about the stuff. And I have to say, I was kind of glad that this was sort of in a smaller area, because if this was like Summer Sonic, there would have been loads of people standing up and chatting, and it would have been hard to hear things. But this was, was nice to see, and more or less it was basically Aaron sort of talking through the cliff notes of Sonic the Hedgehog history, asking,
apparently completely bypassing 06, but
yeah, he made
I don't blame him.
I mean, to be fair, I was thinking he's got to make a joke out of that. He has to. So
in 2016, they released Sonic Rivals.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I actually thought it was going to be Riders, but that came out a year early, didn't it?
Yeah.
Right. So, but again, I had a feeling that he's going to use another game that came out that year as a gag. So that happened. And essentially, like you said, I mean, the surprising thing, of course, we got to see Naka and Tashi again, who I think the last time they were together in the publicly was, when Sonic Generations was real, that Summer of Sonic, essentially. That was
in 2011, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So this is the first time they come back together, at least, for another anniversary type thing. And like I said, most of the video was sort of a basic looking back and, hey, look, remember this stuff, and hands up if you play this and stuff. And they did loads of things, like, for instance, Aaron put out saying, I'm going to show you one thing that make all Sonic fans fear in a second, which was the barrel thing from with the casino level. Which, again, Naka actually said when they explained what you had to do, saying, did you not like that? It's like, and he basically said, well, we did once we figured out what we were meant to do.
Am I the only Sonic fan in existence that actually figured it out within 2 seconds?
I don't know. I mean, when did you how did you figure it out? Were you just doing it by...
First of all, I didn't know there was Sonic the Hedgehog 3 until 1999. That shows how much of the times I was when I was a kid.
But again, go on.
Secondly, I jumped on it, and I figured, okay, and I can't move left or right while jumping. I figured, okay, let's push up and down, and it moved.
Right.
It took me less than 5 seconds to figure it out. How was anyone else having such a bad time with that?
Yeah. But put it this way, ironically, when you think about it, when someone tells you they're stuck on a level, back then there were no real, first of all, YouTube didn't exist, so you couldn't watch somebody's playthrough of it. And even then, either you read it in magazines or off chance of a friend saying, you're going to do it this way, probably 5 out of 10, half of the time it was going to be true. So, I don't know, it's just ironic, I guess. It's one of those things that stump people, but then when you figure it out, it's like, of course, why didn't we think of that in the first place?
I was 10 years old, I figured it out.
Yeah, there you go.
Maybe some people were younger, they'll try to play out. Maybe they were 6 years old when Sonic 3 came out. Because, again, I grew up poor, okay? I got hand-me-down. I had probably the second or third hand Mega Drive and Master System. I figured that shit out within 5 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't believe the frustration people are saying towards the barrel.
Yeah, but it was just Aaron playing up a joke that's in the Sonic community, which I have to say, one of the things I was really impressed with is how Aaron presented this. I mean, first of all, he knew how to make, first of all, he was gracious. He, allowed the audience to chime in and joke around and stuff. And, honestly, I mean, I've said this before. I mean, again, for somebody's job is basically to connect with us, the fans, I mean, he's doing a good job with the social media stuff. And this talk basically shows up that, this guy really knows what he's doing. I mean, for everybody saying, Sega are a bunch of wankers, what the hell do they know? It's like, well, he does, and I bet some other people do.
Yeah, because he's community manager or PR, so he is pretty much the fan to turn to when you want to ask a question. Is he the best fan? No, but pretty much I wouldn't mind having that job.
Well, let's be fair, he's got the connection with Sega, so if anything, that's better than just someone to say, I know how to make it work, but I don't work for them.
Yeah. Yet people still blame him.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway...
And again, I think they will show pretty much, like, despite what the game grunts may tell you, because I keep hearing Aaron just doesn't like Sonic altogether.
It's funny you mentioned that, because when he brought up the cryptic clue, the first thing he says, by the way, remember this image that Aaron had with the cat thing? Basically, he pointed that out. So it's kind of ironic for something that, Aaron's badmouth Sonic, but he's sort of helped with this little thing that's going on.
Because he had the best reaction when trying to play Big's levels in Emerald Coast.
Yeah, but again, it's like, that's the thing. It's like he knows about the reaction, so it's like he plays with that whole thing. So I think that's part of the reason. Because he said the whole reason he's been doing a lot of these sort of funny little things, an image here, or, hey, there's this thing been going on. He's just having fun with it. And part of it, he's saying that I didn't know if I was going to get away with it. I thought I was going to get fired within the first 5 seconds of doing this, but they've allowed me to continue with it.
And I think this little panel just showcases how much people still care about Sonic.
Exactly. I mean, it's also worth mentioning that throughout the panel there are talks of, again, to talk to both Tashi and Naka. For instance, there were 2 things I pointed out. One was when Naka's reaction when Tashi was first hired, when they were working on Sonic 3, in which his basic reaction is, "Why are you hiring a new guy? We're so in deadline. We're so hard. We're so much in work, production, trying to get this thing working. It's like I can't meet anybody new." So it was kind of surprised that that's how he first turned up. And also, this is one of my favorite things that happened was in event. We all know in Adventure 2 that if you hit the cars, they all fall down the hill.
Yeah.
Do you want to know the reason why that was in the game?
Okay.
All right, here's the story. Apparently, when Tashi worked in San Francisco, which is where the game was made, apparently he got caught by the police and got a bit of a stern talk.
Oh yeah. Apparently, they got so many parking fines or speeding fines.
Yeah, so it was his way of getting revenge. My favorite bit was Aaron saying, "So, Tashi, I hear that's a rumor. Is that true?" And he goes, "Yes, it is." Just bluntly, yes. Just brilliant.
Yeah. I think I heard that before, like the reason why it was in there.
Again, I've probably heard it before, but again, having that reaction was great. Just, for him to just go...
Straight from the horse's mouth.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was me. I entirely based that on my own anger against parking.
Well, it makes more sense than fan comic artists are depicting their worst enemies in their comics as complete retards.
Yeah, well, what that's always like. But no, I mean, again, going into this, I had a feeling that whatever we were going to get was going to be, just a nice little thing to watch. I mean, it was only about 30 minutes long, I think, in the end. Again, it's something that if Summer of Sonic to happen, which I'll bring back a little later, this is something that they've done before, but it was nice to see it in a way that, again, you could hear it, you could see it, video was online very well, the talks, the translation from Aaron to Naka were very quick and correct. Because, there's been troubles with, having somebody who speaks Japan and having someone who's meant to translate and not getting it right, but, And yeah, it was just a nice little thing. And, Roger, I mean, if I'm honest, I find it weird that Roger and Mike were there, didn't have too much to say other than, yeah, we were involved with it. But it was great to see them, especially Mike's surprisingly purple shirt. Yeah, you wore a very purple shirt there. I don't know why, but hey, they seem to be getting along with them anyway, so that's great.
Well, they do represent their characters, and I guess Mike and Roger actually have a lot of fun together when recording.
Yeah, exactly. And even Naka is funny enough, he was actually taking photos from his phone, like to the crowd and the whole event, and he's even posted pictures of Mike eating eggs, so he knows as well. So it was nice. It's nice to see that. But yeah, basically the main thing we got is that there is a big convention coming up, which will probably be the day they announce the new Sonic game. Which, am I right in saying that because two things. One, is this not the first time they've done it at a Sonic convention to announce a brand new game rather than we know something but they're going to show off something?
I think this is the first one. We had announcements to do through certain games, like we had the Sega All-Stars Racing Transformed Knights and Reala characters at 2012.
Yeah, but again, this is the first time that...
And also in Sonic Boom, the same year, they announced Sonic Adventure 2 for the Heritage Collection. I guess that's about the most there is, but if they're going to announce a new game, I'm not too sure whether or not they're going to actually announce it, then reveal the whole trailer at the event.
Yeah. Because I'm only saying this, the second thing is that the only time I remember they ever did something like this anywhere near was when they first revealed Sonic Adventure, because they had a huge thing in Japan where they had hundreds of people come in, and this was the big reveal of the brand new Sonic game. They had banners, and Crush 40 was there, and even, Yuji Naka came out after a huge explosion. Just to make it a big showmanship.
And that whole chanting crowd appeared in Sonic Adventure before it turned Supersonic.
Exactly. So, again, I wouldn't be too surprised if this is their attempt to sort of do that again. But we'll have to wait and see. I mean, last thing is, my only question is basically, okay, if this is happening in the US, does that mean we're getting a new Summer Sonic in the UK?
It completely depends on the Sonic Stadium crew.
I know it does, but again,
because Sonic Boom hasn't had a strictly solid location. San Diego seems the most commonplace one.
Yeah.
Like same as, like, I guess 99% of the time Supersonic was in London, except at
so
one time. Except at one time the Olympics.
Right, yeah, it was in Brighton. But again, it's basically that if this means this is happening, then ideally within the month or two. I mean, this is again hoping that this year will be the year Supersonic comes back, hopefully.
I would go, but I don't have the money to travel across the entire fucking United States.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the ironic thing is for both of us, if it doesn't happen, I can't go, and he can't go either, so lovely.